All right, so what have I been doing for the last couple weeks? Well, besides working on the exhaust and some detail work, whole lot of other stuff that had nothing to do with this car, but that's beside the point. I did get my short water pump in and my um, dual belt pulley system, and I found out something. I'm going to have to space out the crank pulley because there's about a quarter of an inch. Got that light down there for effect. Yeah, it's not doing much. Anyway, there's about a quarter of an inch offset between the top pulley and the bottom pulley, so I'm going to have to space that out from the harmonic balancer. And the way I'm going to do that is use the old pulley and cut it off right on the inside and just use this as a backing behind the new pulley, and that'll space it out close enough to where it'll fit. I think the issue is that this is the Vortec engine and not an earlier 350, and so the harmonic balancer is just a little bit different. Yeah, so there's another thing I need to take care of. Yeah, I got the exhaust system finally all sorted out, and I still need to clean it up a little and put some heat resistant paint on it, and then I want to do the thermal wrap, the fiberglass wrapping around it, which I do on most of my exhaust systems because it just helps maintain heat and helps evacuate exhaust gases better. But anyway, there's that. I got my mini starter mounted. I had to pull the oil pan off because it was dented really bad, and while I was under there, I decided to pull one of the bearing caps off just to check the bearings. Bearings are fine. And so I bolted it back up, bolted the pan in place, then realized that I didn't check to make sure the bearing shell was seated in the rod cap properly. And so I pulled it all apart again, and sure enough, I had the bearing shell in backwards. So I had to fix that. And anyway, there's that. Crazy cat. Cat's going nuts. Say hi, Penelope. Or not. This exhaust manifold. This is a reproduction manifold. Let me get some light over here. This is a Dorman reproduction, and the casting is a whole lot dirtier than the original GM casting. So I've been cleaning it with the grinding wheel and flap disc, trying to make it look more like an original manifold. I'm going to heat treat it with the high temp coating, high temp ceramic paint, just like I did on this side. And then it'll look, more or less the same. The alternator that I was going to use on here, I took it to AutoZone and had it tested, and it's bad. Go figure. So I have to get a new alternator before I can finish working out the belt system. And with this cross piece right here, I'm going to have to mount it up high, so I'm going to have to build my own bracket to have it up high, like somewhere in this area. But that's no big deal. Plenty of hood clearance, yeah. Plenty of hood clearance. That won't be an issue. So what else? I got the brake T mounted and plumbed up to that. And when I do get to the disc brake setup, finally figuring that out, then I'll worry about plumbing the rest of the brakes. Still haven't finished welding the firewall because I've been doing a whole lot of this other tedious stuff first. want to get it all out of the way. So there she is. Yeah, there she is. I think the next step is going to be probably start on the front brakes, get that all sorted out, and then I'll go back to finishing the firewall. Yeah, I think that'll be the next progression. And of course, I do have to get a new alternator and get that all sorted out too. All right. Anyway, yeah, it's been a while since I posted anything, but it's getting closer, and that's about it. So, Penelope, say goodnight. Or not. Okay, good night. Like, share, subscribe. Talk to you later.